Hey, so you've caught me just as I'm installing LabVIEW NXG. Now, more specifically, I'm installing LabVIEW NXG 4.0. That's because I've heard rumours that 4.0 supports Active Framework. And because I have a large section of my channel about Active Framework, I wanted to try out LabVIEW NXG, try out Active Framework on NXG, which I've never used before. So I'm just installing it now. And coincidentally, this has been taking a long time to install, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But hopefully it won't take too much longer. So I thought I'd take you along for the ride. And if you've been using LabVIEW NXG before, feel free to comment throughout the video to tell me all the things I'm doing wrong. Because, well, I don't know what I'm doing, and we can learn together. That'll be fun. Woohoo! Aww. Okay, so I've downloaded NXG. Let's try it out. So I'm currently booting up NXG for the first time. Well, NXG 4.0 seems to have quite a nice user interface. I'll just try the trial for this video. Now let's just see what it's like. Okay, nice. So it's already linked to my account that's on this PC because it flashed up with "Hello, Thomas McQuillan." Right, which of the following best describes your plan to use NXG? Smart design machines. Yep, so I create software for microscopes and neuroscience research. So let's do that. We recommend LabVIEW instead of LabVIEW NXG. Nah, let's ignore that advice. Okay, so this is the landing screen. Now projects, what start of? Hey, so it's got an Active Framework option here. Let's select that. Name of project, trying Active Framework. Create. So as I said, I haven't actually used LabVIEW NXG before. I've seen it being demonstrated a fair few times, but first time using it in anger, so they say. So let's just save this. Save. And unlike current gen LabVIEW, or LabVIEW 2019 and before, it's got a nice little tutorial. I'm just going to ignore all of those. Okay, let's see what we have. So we have the main user interface. Does it come runnable? Huh, nice. Ah, okay. So I think when I created an Active Framework NXG project, it just gave me the Active Framework template where I can send some messages, send some alpha messages, send messages to beta, send to both, stop all. So I'm assuming this demo has 3 actors which I can use. So I've got a main GVI. Okay, so in LabVIEW NXG, a VI is now called a GVI. And then I'm assuming these 3 are actors, alpha, beta, and root. Let's have a look inside here. Okay, so this symbol looks to be a folder. We've got the class here, which is a G-type gangster. I'm not sure how I feel about classes being called G-types in NXG, just because, well, classes are classes no matter what object-oriented language you're using. So to call them something different in NXG, I'm not too sure on the design decision there, but okay, it looks like we have a couple of overrides here and a message. Okay, all similar stuff. That's fine. What system designer up here? Oh, hang on. Let's do LabVIEW. I thought I told this to hide. Oh, this is quite neat. So it's got that. I have two cameras connected. It's got my PC. This is a simulated DAC device. It doesn't come up with my microphone. Oh, hang on. I have a 9171 module here. Wonder whether this will update live. Be pretty cool if it did. Bear with me. Yeah. Okay. It's been a while since I used this device, but if compact DAC chassis. Yep. Go on. It popped up there briefly. If I refresh it. Nice. Where's it gone? There we go. 9171, and I have a 9239 in there. Oh, that's quite neat. Can create analog output. I've got example programs. Can I just have a test panel like you do in NI Max? Because if we can get rid of NI Max, that would be great, because that's just crashes all the time. We can still launch it under advanced. Nice. Anyway, so I got distracted there. Event logger is the name of the sample project. Okay, cool. So if we open up main.gvi, got our panel here, and if I remember right from a demo I watched, we can change the background colors. Nice. Can I have a transparent background in NXG? Hang on, let's run this. Oh, that's not transparent. Alright, let's stop that. Oh, that's a shame. If you do want a transparent background, there is a Windows DLL you can call to have transparent background, so you can have UIs of not a square. You could have a circular UI. Something I tend to use it for splash screens. Alright, let's have a look at the block diagram. Oh, I see. LabVIEW NXG has just frozen. Well, okay. Let's go to the block diagram. Okay, so I don't know if anyone has actually explored the sample project that comes with LabVIEW 19 or before in Active Framework. This looks very similar to that. So we have the loading screen up here, which we just bit shift an array of booleans as a timing screen. So these booleans just go around in a circle like that. And I assume, okay, load app inside here. Have a look at the block diagram. Okay, so here's where we're launching our actor system. We have our root actor. Do we have context help? Nice. Read config file, sure. So I'm assuming we're going to be loading items from a configuration file. There we go, and this is open config data. Oh, are these the ini file functions? How do we... I don't know what any of these icons mean. Let me type in ini file, configuration file. Configuration file. Oh, okay, cool. So you still seem to have config file items there. Let's close that, and this launch root actor. Okay, nice. So let's see if we can find I'm trying to find active framework in these functions palettes. Hardware interfaces, nope. Interoperability. Okay, I'm just going to search for it. Active framework. Bingo. There we go. Can I ping this to the board? Again, if I'm doing stuff which you're just screaming at because you know how to do it and I just don't, let me know in the comments. Because at the moment I just want to pin this to the IDE. So we've got launch root actor, launch nested actor, read self enqueuer, caller enqueuer, stops, are these error, yeah, for last ACK acknowledge, emergency stop, advance. Got our message queues. Nice. I've noticed that context help isn't updating as I'm hovering over these items. Okay, but there's a nice tip strip here. Then I'll wait for a response. Okay, I think all the basic functions are there. Cool. Right, but I don't really want to be working on a project someone else has done, so let's just make our own actor framework application. Let's not save that. Can I right click, go to new application. Let's call this actor framework test. Okay, as a G-comp. Didn't realise they were called G-comps. But I quite like this interface where I click on different applications on the left hand side. So I have the event logger application and now my new application. You can have multiple applications within inside the same project. Now that's actually quite cool, and I've been thinking about this when developing projects generally. Like in Visual Studio, let's say you're writing a C++ application. In Visual Studio you have one project, or sorry, you have one solution file, and inside that solution you could have multiple projects, and so it's much easier to split up all your individual, let's say, modules that work together to make one solution. But all these individual modules can be separated projects. So I guess that makes it easier for multiple developers to be working on stuff. So that's quite neat. I didn't realise that was a new feature. Let's go to new VI. Let's call this launcher. Save. So this is my front panel. I'm not going to put anything on the front panel. I just want to launch an actor. So let's control space. Do have quick drop. Nice. Launch root actor. Ah, nice. So even though I haven't selected anything, launch root actor has already appeared on my mouse. That's pretty cool. Now I must be honest, before I started this video, I wasn't so sure how I was going to get on with LabVIEW NXG, because I'm so used to LabVIEW. I use it all day, every day. Yeah, I didn't know how to get on. New things are scary, but so far, so good. Let's create an actor to launch. So right click, new. Do you have actor? Yep, actor. Let's call this root actor. Oh, okay, navigation pane. I've got the palette, G types, which are data and member list. Good. If you've watched my object-oriented tutorial, we know that a class or a G type, gangster class, is the data and the methods that use that data. Configuration pane, hide or close tips. Let's, oh, that's quite neat. I can just click this question mark and it just pops up with all the tip strips. So data. And so in LabVIEW, in current gen LabVIEW, you have a cluster, and that cluster defines your private data. Here, we don't have that. We can just select anything. As always, let's just put down a string and make a hello world application. String control. Message to display, member list, save. How do I create a new member? I'll do that from project. add member, for dynamic dispatch, static dispatch, data member access. Let's just do static dispatch member. Okay, nice. So it still has the same template as we're used to, with the objects at the top, error codes or error clusters down the bottom. Control E still switches between panel and diagram. Do all the shortcuts still work? Hey, so I can create space by clicking Control. What about Control Alt? Ah, see, Control Alt normally oh, it still does. Awesome. Alright, let's Control E and just make this let's make this VI just pop up that message. So let's look for a string. String control, perfect, it's found it already. Message to display. We've put all your controls and indicators here. Alright. Ah, that's actually quite handy, because I don't know if any of you have tried to make a big user interface where you get controls and indicators all over your block diagram. That can be messy and hard to find, but unplaced items, message to display, showing this. Ooh, I forgot that NXG had zoom. Right, that's annoying, because I was trying to flick through from no error to error by clicking Control and the scroll wheel, but it zooms. Good. Let's zoom into that. Cool. Right, error, no error, sure. One button dialog. Perfect. To be honest, I didn't think I was going to like NXG, but this seems pretty dope. I'm pleasantly surprised. What can we do with icon? Function, that's boring. Huh. Nice. We can have a look at different templates. Oh, that's the point. Can I set a global template for my class? So I'm trying to select a root actor class here. I'm sure that's fine. Let's change these colors. Cool. Do we have... How do I actually put something on there? If I should start typing? Nope. Huh. Icon. Hello. Right, if anyone can see how I can actually put text or draw... Oh! I want to write. Oh, okay. Right, I'm with you here. So let's search for dialogue. Okay. Show. Did you mean stop? No. User interface. Oh, let's just go with user. There you go. And let's... What other shapes do we have? We could put an image, 5-point star. Oh, call out, because we're going to make this user say something. And what are we going to make them say? Well, they're going to say whatever we pass into this actor. Let's save this. Cool. Right. Now let's make a message for this actor. So normally we right click the method, actor framework, create message. Nice. That was quick. Now I've noticed when I click Control S to save, I still have loads of asterisks here. What do I need? Oh, Control Shift S to save all. Alright, so let's go back to Launcher. We want to launch root actor. Oh, launch root actor. Does this have a front panel pair? So if I double click, can I? This is where unplaced items are. No. Is this a constant? Change to control. And if I double click unplaced items. Alright, that's what an object looks like in NXG. Can I change the... Alright, let's ignore... Oh, I've deleted it. Okay, so the root actor we're going to launch, we get an enqueuer out. Actors enqueuer. Perfect, and let's send it a function. Send function. And... Oh, it didn't... This send function hasn't come up with the icon I specified previously. Perhaps they're still working on that. Alright, so... And I need to send this actor a stop message. Send normal stop. Did I just send an emergency stop? Oh, it's the same difference here. Alright. Oh, and let's give message to display, priority, error in. Cool. Let's... I don't know what these are. Create constant, create control, indicator, efforts, string. Alright, let's make a constant. Hello world. Right, I hope someone's making notes of my struggles here. Okay. So again, you need to just click on the border. If you try and click and drag on the text, that won't work. Let's control R. Hello world dialog box. Now, that's not the Windows 10 style, that's the NXG style dialog box. Huh, okay. They've changed that. Hello world. Perfect. Well done. We've created an actor that says hello world and we've stopped it. Perfect. What else can we do? Okay, we've tried doing a simple hello world. Let's have an actor system now. So let's have a root actor and two nested actors and just have them talking to one another, much like a chat room. So yeah, let's try that out. So I'm going to right click, go to a new application. Let's just put down another chat room in the namespace. So again, in languages like C++, we have different namespaces. So if you have a function with exactly the same name, but in different namespaces, that's okay. But if you had a function with the same name in the same namespace, you'd get conflicts. I didn't notice this first time about namespace, so I'm not sure when this would come up, unless it's like when you have a library or a class where your qualified name is the library name .lvlib : then your VI name. Wonder if it's similar in NXG. Okay, so let's save this, and in this application, let's go to new, invent actor. We'll have a root actor, and this root actor is going to have two enqueuers as its private data. So enqueuer, I'm not sure how to put down an enqueuer yet, but we can create an enqueuer later when we have the other actors. And then let's add another actor and call this chat window. And we'll save that. In our root actor, I'm going to right click and create an override of actor call. So add a member, go to override, and we'll override actor call. Click OK. And I'm overriding actor calls just so I could launch nested actors. So let's look for launch nested actor. Launch nested actor. Oh, I should have seen if the quick drop shortcuts work, so I can put this on the wire. So launch nested actor, and it's Control Shift I. That's annoying. That doesn't work for NXG yet. I assume they're going to have IDE extensions, so you can run macros like that. So what I'm doing here is launching 2 nested actors, and so these nested actors are going to be our chat windows, and they're ultimately going to talk to one another. The nested actor I want to launch will be chat window G type, and I might change how I do this throughout the video, but for now I'm just going to launch 2 chat windows, and we need to put their enqueuers into the root actors private data. So to do that, let's create a copy of this enqueuer. So I've created a control there, which will be in my unplaced items list. So let's cut that, go into our root actor G type, place it down, call that chat window 1, chat window 2, and I've noticed it's actually given it a separate qualified name by doing _2 here. That's great. Actually, I wonder, are you allowed to have controls of the same name in NXG? So you can't have controls of the same name. Let's go back to actor core, and let's bundle by name, build cluster, yep. So what's wrong with this? Why can't I do that? Is build cluster the right function? Cluster, what about cluster properties? Cluster properties has the shortcode BBN, or bundle by name. So I think they've changed the name of bundle by name to cluster properties. Okay, let's delete that. Chat window, okay, yep, so immediately I think this is correct. Let's make this chat window 1, chat window 2, let's control B, the shortcuts still work. That's nice. What about control U for block diagram? Cleanup. Block diagram cleanup could do with a bit of work. Let's control Z, all of that. If you want the job done, right, do it yourself. Okay, that's looking good. Oh, Control Shift S to save all. So now when I launch my root actor, I'm going to be launching 2 chat rooms, which are of the same actor, but we're going to launch different instances of them. In my chat room, let's give it a user interface. So we'll add member, override, and for this, because we need user events, i.e. pre-launching it to create the user event, act core to use the user event, event stop core to destroy user event, I'm going to select multiple here. So actor core, pre-launching it, stop core. Nice. So it's created all those overrides. I'm pleasantly surprised. Like I haven't used LabVIEW NXG properly before. Like I've seen demos of it, but this all feels very intuitive. Well, as a LabVIEW developer, I would hope it would be. In pre-launching it, let's generate user event. Create user event. So create user event, unnamed event. Oh, event name. Let's call this stop. and let's give this a Boolean data type. May as well give it a true constant. Cluster properties. See, I feel like I'm already working my way around all of this. If you feel like I'm doing stuff wrong here, do let me know in the comments, because I'm always up for learning new things. Let's change that to right. Create a control here. Let's control X, go into class private data. I think that's just by double clicking here. Control V. Stop event. Perfect. So in pre-launch init now. Change to right. Save, Control U to clean that up. That's alright, I'm happy with that. Good. That's pre-launch init done. So let's close that. I've just noticed, I think there's only one tab for each GVI or graphical VI, and each tab has the panel, the diagram and the icon. Oh, that's quite neat. So if you hover over an item, it gives you your file path. That's nice. Oh good, and it's kept the same icon as current gen. Okay, so this is still our root actor. Wonder if I can close all the files containing root actor at the same time. Export files, probably not. Okay, let's go to stop core and generate and destroy this user event. Generate user event. Destroy user event. Unbundle by, cluster properties. Stop event. Cool. Event data, create constant, true. Let's save that. Cool, so that's pre-launch init and stop core done. So let's go to the chat room user interface. We want a string control, message to send, a Boolean input, not Boolean array input, I just want a button. Can I call it a button? Nice. Okay. Text button, and this button is going to send a message. So this is the message I want to send. This button will send the message. A string indicator. And this string indicator is going to display messages that we receive. Okay, so let's save that and let's work out how we can make our panel size just cover these items here. So I think that'll be panel size here. And so in this, so this is the properties panel here. We want run behavior to be a separate window. Panel title, let's call it chat room. Chat room, yep. Allow the user to close or minimize. Actually, I'll take away minimize. Resizing, sure. Create panel reference. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, Okay, I think here, this is where you can set your panel size. But if I just want to select that this is my panel size, how do I do that? Split orientation, nope. Adjust zoom. If I just put my width as 100, so minimum and maximum, but I don't want the user to resize. Okay, so if you can see how I'm meant to be resizing this, or stop the user from resizing, let me know. Or if we just set these all to be 100, 100. Nope, that's not quite right. Cool, so I think we've created our user interface for the send window here. So we've got an indicator, a message to send, and a send button. I've put it to run as a separate window. Nope, panel layout. Now I don't know whether this is going to open when I run it. Just to make sure, I will just do a VI server open front panel. Hey, so I've jumped forward in time here because I couldn't work out how to get my VI to actually open up and show its front panel as a separate window. So what I've done is just looked at an example and found that we need to get a reference to our window, and then we can use the show window or open window function to open that window up. So we get a panel reference, and then a property node to get the window reference, and then open window. There's also a close window function as well. So in this VI, what we've got is, so if we click window close, this VI shuts down, and I'm also going to tell the calling actor to shut down as well. So read callers enqueuer, and we'll make some more space there. Just so we send a stop message to the calling actor and this actor, and just so we can stop down the actor system. And we have a launcher VI as well. It's not that one. We go to chat room launcher. All it is this. So if we run this VI now, we should see two windows, 1, 2. So these are our two nested actors. Now they won't do anything yet because, well, we haven't programmed those event cases. But now let's close these. You can see our actor system stops. So that's quite nice. So far we've been able to launch 3 actors, 1 root actor and 2 nested actors, which are actually the same actor but different instances of that actor. So now let's have a look at between them. We're basically going to need 2 messages. One message is going to update the user interface. So essentially if we receive a message, we want to update the user interface with the text that was in that message. And we want another message to actually send. So we're going to have one message from the calling actor and one message to the calling actor. I thought it would be cool to try out some abstract messaging and then some local messaging as well. So let's start off with the local message of updating the user interface. Now off screen I created another user event, so we have message update here. Now let's configure that in our event structure. So add new event case, and it's a dynamic one, and we'll have it for message. So if we receive a message user event, let's just update the string on our front panel, which is this. And I'll rename that like so. Cool. So now let's create a method. So add member, yeah, we'll make it dynamic dispatch, why not? And we'll have a string control. And that can be message received. And on our icon, let's go inputs, message received. And can we make this a required input? Yeah, required input. And it's also bold. That's quite nice. Now let's see if we can show a message being received with one of these icons. The communication sounds quite good. I'm not seeing any, let's just say network message. That'll do. MSG. Cool. So on the diagram, we want to take that message in. Right, this is something I don't like. I don't like how these labels are to the left and these ones are up above, because these should all be the default standards, shouldn't they? So they should all be to the left or all above. Anyway, let's unbundle cluster properties. So let's unbundle these so we get the message update, and let's put that up there, and generate this user event. Generate user event, message received. So now when this executes, we're going to update our UI. Perfect. So instead of calling this function, so let's call this update UI. Rename and update, sure. Cool. And so to create a message, let's right click, active framework, create message. Cool, save that. That was nice and quick. Okay, so now when we click send message, I want to send an abstract message to the caller. So let's sort out this block diagram, configure event case, controls, send, value change. Perfect. So we've got a caller reference there, it's fine. Okay, so to create a message to the caller, let's right click our actor, create child class, add framework, create messages for actor, create child actor. Nope, we want in class hierarchy, go to parent. Are we unable to create abstract messages? Create a child actor or create message for actor. We create message for actor but we're not selecting a method. I wonder what actually happens. So it's framework, create message for actor. One of one messages already exist. Do you want to replace them? No. Ah, okay. So it appears like in LabVIEW NXG 4.0, we're unable to send abstract messages to the caller. So that... Right, so what I'm going to say is something you absolutely should not do. And if you've watched my video on abstract messaging, I think it's number 7 in my actor framework tutorial, I say that you could create a message for your calling actor and then use the send VI in a nested actor. However, there you just create lots of coupling and bad things will happen if you try and bring loads of stuff into dependencies all at the same time. But in the absence of abstract messages, like I'm pretty sure I can't make them, that's what we're going to have to do. So I'll do that now. So it's not a chat room. Let's go to root actor. I'll just have to create a method called, let's call it message from chat room. I'll save. You keep calling it function. No, I don't want that. MSG from chat window. Done. Okay, and again, please don't do this in actual LabVIEW, in LabVIEW 2019 or current gen. Yeah, we don't want to be using normal messages where we should be using abstract messages. But here, I don't think we have a choice. So we're going to have a string control to say, okay, what the message actually is. Message from the chat room. And I'll just go to the icon and wire this up. Now I also want the root actor to know who sent the message. And to do that, I'm actually just going to use an enqueuer, because an enqueuer is just a unique ID, essentially. And I'm sure it's a lot more than that. But let's go into here and copy one of these enqueuers. Paste this down and send as enqueuer. Enqueuer. And because we only have 2 chat rooms, that's fine. If it sends us 1 enqueuer, then send it to the other actor, etc. And let's make these required. That's required, and this is required. Save. Save. I've just learnt a thing about this resizing. If I click down Control and I push right or down, the window gets smaller. However, if I click Control and pull left or up, it makes it smaller, and Alt doesn't seem to have any effect. But anyway, so we have this message and we have the sender's enqueuer. So what I'm going to do is look at the cluster properties. And get both enqueuer windows out. And let's, oh, that's equal to 0. Let's not do that. And let's just say if the sender's enqueuer is equal to chat window 2, then we want to send a message to chat window 1. Else, send it to chat window 2. So we have this select here. So if this is equal to chat window 2, send to chat window 1, else chat window 2. Now obviously this is very limited. I'm making a very limited system here. So this isn't how I would do it if I was developing an actual application. However, we only have 2 windows that talk to one another, so sure, that's alright. So let's send a message to these actors. So go to messages, send update GUI, message received, going to be this. Cool. And again, I want to point out how when creating these actor messages, the icon hasn't transferred over. And so I'd like that to be fixed pretty soon. It's not technically a bug, it's more of a feature, but it's a feature that should be there, I think. Okay, so let's make this into a message. So this is MSG chat window message from chat window. So let's right click, act framework, create message, Control Shift S. Cool, let's just close some of these down so we have some more space. So when we click send, we want to send a message. So message enqueuer, go with, is this the callers enqueuer? Yep, read callers enqueuer, message from chat window, message to send, and send as enqueuer. Let's move this out of the way and try and make this as neat as we can. Send, and I've noticed that all of the inputs are on the left hand side, so it's actually made this, it's changed the shape of a standard VI. Well, a VI and a GVI are different things now, I guess, but we have 5 inputs on the right hand side. Anyway, this application should now work, so let's try it out. Oh, I hope this works. Let's go to our launcher and Control R. Okay, we have 2 windows. Message to send, hello world, send message, yes. Okay, so hello world was sent and received, got it, nice. One thing I should have done is perhaps cleared these just with a local variable, and if I close one of them they should both close down. Perfect. If you were able to make it this far, well done. I've really enjoyed using NXG actually and getting used to the new NXG environment. I feel like NXG is much more of an IDE in the more traditional sense. It feels very similar to IDEs such as Eclipse or Visual Studio for more text-based languages. And yeah, I enjoy it. It's a bit rough around the edges. There are things which I think should be improved, but most of those will come with time. As I say, for machine code and for code which I develop at work, NI doesn't recommend that I use NXG and probably wouldn't recommend the use of NXG in its current state for a lot of people. However, this has filled me with confidence that NXG is something I'm going to be able to work with when it's ready to do so, perhaps in another couple of years. But I'm looking forward to when that happens. As always, please like, comment and subscribe. Cheers.